Hey everybody, welcome to Explorations. My name is Rob. We are here on Pigeon Lake and today we are doing some scuba diving. Finally. It took us a year, but we got here. So yes, we are doing some scuba diving. We are doing actually two sites today. We are at the first site right now and I will explain them to you. Tell you what we're going to see, or hoping to see anyways. But before I do that, you have to know a little bit of history about the lake. So, I'll see you momentarily. So Pigeon Lake is part of the Kawartha Lake system, which is in part of the larger Trent Canal system. In the 1800s, the lakes were flooded, originally for military purposes, but it ended up being useful for logging, so it became used for logging. And this is what we are going to see here. This road behind me, as you can see, kind of goes into the water. That's because either back when the lake was flooded or before it was flooded, this was a location where they hauled logs out of the woods, put them into the lake as rafts, and brought them over to Bobcaygeon, where the mill was, which is around this point over here. So, in the water here, you're going to see lots of cut logs. A good spot for fish to hide, so hopefully we see some cool fish, or as cool as you can see in fresh water anyways. I think they're still pretty cool. Also, in the water here, there is an old, I think it's an old winch system that they use to haul the logs either into the water or something. I'm not 100% sure what it is. But 20 years ago when I dove here, there was a giant gear in the water, which I'm assuming is part of a winch system. I'm hoping to find that again and see if we can suss out what it was actually used for, but it was pretty cool. So fingers crossed we'll see that. And yeah, that's sort of the plan. The shore profile here is, it's very shallow, comes out about 10 feet of shallow, and then there's a drop off. It goes down maybe to 10 feet or so. Then there's another ledge that comes out kind of under the boat where we are now. And then there's another drop off down to 40 feet. So that gear and all those cut logs are on that second ledge, between probably 10 and 15 feet or so. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. I can show you on the map as well what I'm talking about and where we are. We are on the north part of Pigeon Lake. I'm sorry the map is kind of all over. I don't have a table in this little boat. But yes, we are on the north part of Pigeon Lake and we are located right here. That road you saw is this road here. And we are in the water right here. So you can see it goes down to 37 feet, not too far offshore. And you can see the two ledges I was talking about. So the 5-foot shallows, the 13-foot second ledge, and then the drop off to the final depth of 37, 40 feet or so. So we're gonna start in the shallows. We'll paddle out to the middle ledge here, see what we can see. We might come up and down a little bit, see if we can't find that gear. And then we're gonna go down to the deepest section here. There's not gonna be much to see down there, mostly just sediment. Then we'll come back up again to the shallows, do a little cruise along there, and then we're gonna come back out. And then we are going to head off to the second dive site. But I will explain the second dive site to you when we get there, because I've talked enough and I wanna get in the water because I'm getting very hot in this wetsuit. So I'll see you momentarily. I'm gonna get my gear on and we'll go. So I want to address something that I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, and I want to talk about it before my comments explode with people pointing this out. And that is that the reg assembly is installed upside down and backwards. And yes, it is installed upside down and backwards, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is I fucked up. I noticed it as soon as I jumped into the water. My rag line was really tight, and I had a heck of a time trying to find my depth and oxygen gauge, or air pressure gauge, because yeah, it's upside down and backwards.
Is this hung up on something?
Nope. It's as long as it is.
We did it. pretty cool. Ow, my butt. What? You laughing at me?
Yeah.
All right, well, that was pretty fun. I did not find the giant gear or whatever it was, but I did find a little, looked like a valve or something. And I'm wondering if that's what I'm remembering. And it just seemed like a lot bigger in my, how old would I have been, like 16-year-old mind. But anyhow, it was cool. There was lots of cut logs, lots of fish. That big cliff that we swam along for a little while was really interesting. Lots of fish hiding in it, and stalactites and stuff. Visibility was pretty crap, as I'm sure you could probably tell. But I mean, that's a freshwater lake in August in the morning for you. Visibility is not going to be super hot. So I was down for about a half hour. I used about 1100 psi of air, and that was about between 20 and 30 feet. As you can see at the very, very bottom, it was very, very dark, very, very murky, and there's not much to see down there anyways, so really all the action is between 20 and 30 feet. And yeah, I was planning on doing a second dive today, but time is getting to be a little bit of the essence, so I think we're just going to call it with the one. Also, I'm hungry. I want some breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. Anyhow, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and we will see you next time.